Quinn, turn them off.
Game Day Live. We're live here in Salt Lake City. It's Mitchell Slott. It's Patrick Bergang. We're back after 3 months of inaction here of home games. The Utes have been active on the road since then, Mitchell, but we're happy to be back. We got the band behind us. It's a great night for hockey. The Olympics are going on. Utah hockey's going on. So good to be back.
Is it ever? And I know we say this a lot, but it has been way too long since we've been on the air. I know in the background we're trying to fix that for next year. Hopefully we can have a few more broadcasts, because I love broadcasting with you. And I tell you what, with the Olympics going on and everything that's going on here in Utah, with the Olympics coming in 34, the Mammoth in a playoff spot right now, the Utes have climbed their way back from 19th in the nation, where we sat the last time you and I were on the air. We're back up to number 12. This is going to be a matchup, and these games are pivotal for us to sustain ourselves in a national playoffs bid. So I'm super psyched to be back on the air, and I'm ready to watch some hockey, Pat.
Absolutely. With that being said, let's talk about what the Utes have been doing since we've last seen you on the air. That last game was November 15th. Since then, Utah's got a win versus Mary. They had a couple of losses versus Jamestown, a very good team, of course. And then they swept GCU. They avenged that home losses that they had here in Salt Lake City. They avenged that in Arizona. And then last weekend, they swept ASU down there in the desert. So you can see the Utes clawing back out of it. Very good performance the last couple of sweeps against WCHL opponents.
Yeah, you know, and they needed those, not just to gain momentum, to climb their way back, but when we took those two losses against GCU, it was kind of like a dagger in the heart, right? Because as the rankings sat then, we were 13, they were 19, and they came in here like they should have, because I think they were ranked a little bit lower than they should have been, but they came here and they did what they had to do on the road to beat the Utes at home, which is hard to do. Now, what the Utes have done since then, other than Jamestown, is they've won. They've done what they've needed to do, and they're ready to go. They're back on home ice. I had a chance to talk with a couple of the players prior to the game when I first got here, and they're pumped, ready to be back on home ice. Like you said, with the band behind us, and we got the ultimate fan from the Utah Mammoth in-house tonight, so he's going to help amp up the crowd. We're expecting a big crowd tonight, a lot of energy in the building. I have energy, you have energy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hope the boys in white tonight have a lot of energy as well.
I'm sure they will. They never disappoint, right? I mean, a lot of hard games, like we talked about it back in November. They've had a really tough strength of schedule this year. Like I said, they played Mary, they played Jamestown, and the WCHL slate's always a dandy as well. So playing GCU and getting the sweep down there in Arizona, as well as ASU getting the sweep down there, huge for the Utes coming in tonight. Tonight they got San Diego State, a team that's kind of struggled as of recently. They've actually not beaten an M1 opponent yet this year. Their victories have come against two M2 teams and an M3 team, but a couple of close games against conference opponents this year around the WCHL. So it's not a team Utah can look over at all, right? You got to take them obviously very seriously. It's a skilled team. They played us pretty closely in this building over the years as well.
Yeah, and with only 4 games remaining in the season prior to nationals, these are games, whether you're playing a lower-end opponent, and nothing derogatory there, but if you're playing a team like San Diego that doesn't have the record like the Utes do, this is the time to really focus and dial in and make sure you're operating at your highest level going into nationals, because iron sharpens iron, right? And you want to play the teams as best as you can so that when you do make it to nationals, you're ready to go. You're not coming off of a week a weak showing. You want to come in with momentum, and that's what the key to tonight's game is. We always go over keys. I think it's going to be speed, it's going to be physicality, and if you know me and you've been listening to me for the 2 years I've been here, and if you watched me at all with my with the junior team, speed, physicality, and early goals are going to be the key to the game. And a good, strong defensive, protect the house first, then attack, because so many rushes come off of defensive plays, and if they can utilize those and get on the defense fast of the opponents of the Aztecs, they're going to have some good success tonight.
Absolutely. With that being said, we got a game projection as well tonight. Utah projected 5.3 goals, San Diego State 2.7. So, that's a 3-goal game, pretty tight game. But Utah, you can expect a lot of explosive plays. Paul Waldhauser being one of those players, been playing excellent this season.
Yeah, he's been a lightning rod for the team this year, and rightfully so. I got to see him play juniors. And then seeing him here was a great surprise because I knew what he brought to the table, and that's size, that's speed, and that's a lot of skill that Paul Waldhauser, number 15 in your playbooks, number 1 in your heart, right? He does. He brings that aspect, that leadership, that natural leadership that teams need to kind of catalyst, to be that catalyst. And Jean Correa, another player, it's his second year with the team. He's done some things this year. He's a point getter. And then on the back end, Delaney, always strong on the blue line. Senden, another big defenseman that can put some physicality and help protect that house to allow the boys to attack.
Absolutely. And Utah coming in, needs some wins, needs some goals as well, to solidify that national ranking. Like you said, Mitchell, number 12 in the country, you're kind of comfortably in at this point for nationals, but you never sit comfortably at all in the ACHA. It's a computerized ranking, so you got to try your best to get those wins and get those goals.
Yeah, we do have to get those goals, and it looks like the Utes are about to skate onto the ice here. We got a little guy on the ice waving the black and red Utes flag. Local youth hockey player, that's just a dream for him right now because our local players look up to these guys. This is something that is very attainable for them if they put their heart and soul into it. They can play for the Utes one day.
Absolutely, and how about the Game Ops crew tonight, putting on a show for the University of Utah hockey, looking awesome coming onto the ice tonight. Really bringing the home ice advantage. We got a great crowd in the building tonight as San Diego State takes to the ice.
And yeah, something to mention about tonight's game is San Diego had some travel difficulties getting to the arena and getting prepared for tonight's game. We don't really talk about preparation. Occasionally we'll talk about road legs or what have you, but at the same time, when you show up to the rink, less than an hour before the game, that's going to take a mental toll on San Diego. I'm interested to see how they respond. Youth is key here. They got youth.
Absolutely. With that being said, we will take a short pause here for starting lineups and the national anthem, but puck drop is just moments away here from Salt Lake City. So stay tuned. We'll be up next with the Utes and the Aztecs.
Matchup features San Diego State and your University of Utah Skate Utes. Starting lineup for this evening, first for the visiting San Diego State. At defense, number 87, Heck Stevenson. Defense, number 21, Mason Lambert. Forward number 2, Noah Robinson. Forward number 8, Nicholas Gregopoulos. Forward number 4, Guion Barber. And in goal for San Diego, number 1, Brody Shao. Starting lineup for your University of Utah Skate Utes. At left defense, number 21, Matthew Delaney. At right defense, number 26, Jake Lorella. At left wing, number 17, Nicholas Schwab. At center, number 6, Jean Correa. Right wing, number 15, Paul Waldhauser. And between the pipes this evening, protecting your house, number 32, Garrett Fuller. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you'll kindly rise, remove your caps. as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. Tonight, the anthem will be played by the University of Utah Pep Band.
Welcome back, folks. We're getting ready for puck drop between the Aztecs and the Utes. It is the Utes' 6th home game of the season. They've got 3 more after this. It hasn't been a very large home slate this season. As we talked about, it's been a difficult strength of schedule, but regardless, the Utes fighting through, number 12 in the country, really trying to make nationals again. 3rd consecutive season they would be doing that. Work's not done yet, though.
No, work is definitely not done. You know, I mean, out of tonight's game, I know we talked about the point spread being 5-3. I'm looking for the Utes really to kind of pour it on, try to get as big a lead as they possibly can. And, you know, for those of you guys at home, you know, points matter. Goal differentials matter. So, you know, in the standings, I want the Utes to score as many as they can.
So with that being said, we've got a fresh sheet of ice. It's the Aztecs. It's the Utes. The puck is down at 4,500 feet, and we're underway. Utah skates it in. They fire a shot immediately, and it goes up into the netting, and we'll have our first whistle 7 seconds into the contest.
I'm exhausted.
Let's get a line change.
Yeah, 7-second line change.
Coach,
all you did is win the draw, get the puck in the offensive zone, and an offensive zone faceoff. So
hey,
yeah,
puck's in deep.
You got to do more than that, buddy.
So we'll have another face-off here. Utah wins it cleanly. It goes to the point for Delaney. He sends it down low. There's Waldhauser there for Utah. He's hit along the boards, and the puck ends up outside of the zone. Matthew Delaney cycling back, tape to tape, over to Schwab. There's a shot just wide of the net. For Larillo to be keeping that puck in at the line. And it'll be covered up, and we'll get another whistle.
Yeah, good puck movement by the Utes. Good long headman pass there by Delaney to get the puck quickly back into the zone of the Aztecs, because right now you're hoping that the Aztecs have some road legs to deal with. And if you're Morgan Feeney, you want them putting pressure on the entire first period to wear them down.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, San Diego State did get here a little bit late, so, you know, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. Just get to the rink, warm up, and play. So if you're Utah, like you said, Mitchell, just pressure right away and try and just sense blood in the water. That puck's dumped in by Utah. It ends up on the backside of the net. Utah gets the puck. There's a one-timer in front. It's knocked loose by the stick of Maher there.
Yeah, great stick by Maher, because he broke up that play. Because if he hadn't been there, that would have been a surefire goal to start off this game really early. Broken stick on the ice. Puck hits it.
Utah back down on the San Diego side of the ice. It's knocked loose by the stick of Maher there.
Yeah, great stick by Maher, because he
2 Utes, 2 Aztecs battling there. It's kept in at the line. They fire a shot. Glove save by Sal there, the goaltender for SDSU. Utah still controls. Kruchek got a piece of it with his skate. Gibney there to help out. It hits Sendin's shin guard. It'll come out of the zone, and Utah will cycle back. He tried to dump it in. It hit Brady Schwab there, and Utah will reset. Kruchek slaps that puck down into the Aztec zone. And there's a hit on the far side boards. He was scooped up there after that by Dynamo. And SDSU will send the puck to neutral ice. Dynamo once more with the puck. He's pushed off. Slater over to Dynamo. He played it in front. Sal had to make a save. Now there's Garden on the near side. Taken away by Casino. And he's able to play that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing out of the Utes right now is every time one of the Aztecs get the puck, there's a Ute right on them, and that's one of the things that can lead to some offensive chances because it doesn't give the other team any time with the puck to make something happen. You see it a lot at a lot of different levels, especially the elite levels where the team that's always on the other team has the advantage. And right now the Utes are using that to their advantage to control the play in the offensive zone.
Slater's got the puck. He makes a nice move at the top of the circle there. Utah ends up with, again, nice shot. Good save by Sal. And Utah maintaining possession after the shot. There's a pass from Barr to the point. Point to point it goes. Larilla fires a short and a save.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Just to say something to look out for. San Diego State, you'll notice you just on camera, they've got a short bench, 13 skaters in total on the roster, at least that made the trip to Salt Lake City. And, not having a full bench is it's tough. It's tough to skate with a team that's got the depth and whatnot, but something to look out for in this contest.
Yeah, tonight for sure. I heard, I don't want to say this is true, so don't take me to the bank on it. But I understand or I heard that there was some issues with a couple of the players' bags that may be what's causing the short lineup tonight. Tomorrow night we may see something completely different, full lineup. I'm not positive about that, so don't hold me to that. But that could be why the short bench is not in the favor of San Diego tonight, which will be definitively as the game wears on in the favor of the Utes.
We won't hold you to it, but we will remember.
Yeah. I forgive, but I don't forget.
That's right. As that puck's played out by San Diego State, it goes the full length, and we'll get an icing against the Aztecs. Utah out shooting the Aztecs 5-0 early on in the contest.
Yeah, just 3:47 expired so far here. We've had a few whistles to get the game started. It hasn't been that there isn't any flow yet, but we've had several whistles here. I mean, we've been broadcasting now for about 10 minutes, and we're only 3 minutes into the game.
And San Diego State plays the puck out with some speed. It's Moretti. Moretti into the Utah zone. Pressured there by Sandberg, and then it's taken away. Whacked out in the neutral zone by Schwab. Ends up on the stick of Lambert. Lambert plays it all the way down, and we'll get another icing. Well, it quite literally has almost been 3 months since we've been last on the air, Mitchell. November 15th, it was the last time we were live for a home game. In 2 days, that will be 3 months. That's the longest time since I've been working with the team that we've gone without a home game, which is pretty incredible, but here we are.
Yeah, it's an adjustment for me, coming off of a junior schedule where I was doing a game or two a weekend, sometimes 3 in a weekend. I can tell you that my weekend schedules free up because of it, and my wife definitely loves it, which I do too. But, it is weird to be off the air for 3 months as a shot gets released there. A really good shot by Jean Carré. But, yeah, it's interesting.
It is the way the cookie crumbled this year, but we'll be back next weekend as well for the season finale against Nevada, Las Vegas. Should be a great series, just as this one proves to be. As that puck's played down into the San Diego State zone. This time it'll be icing against Utah, so we'll go to the Utes end for the faceoff.
Yeah, it was a good look there, but the pass was just 3 inches past the outstretched stick of Paul Waldhauser, which led to that icing. Good thought. Didn't get completed. It happens. That's my analysis on that.
Very technical.
Very, very.
And Utah wins the faceoff cleanly. It's Sandberg. Pass over to Schwab. Schwab to Waldhauser, your points leader on the team with 35. He skates it in. In around behind the net. Still with the puck on his stick is Paul Waldhauser up to the blue line. Kept in at the line. Cycling back. He's got Garden on the near side. Garden fires a wrist shot through traffic. Sal makes a blocker save.
Nico Schwab with a good keep in right there with pressure on his back. It does come down the ice, but good effort by Nico Schwab there at his offensive blue line.
So the Utah again, it's Garden in his own end. Cross ice pass to Johnson. Johnson tape to Brady Schwab. He brings it in across the line, narrowly avoided offside there. There's Gibney back to Schwab, and a one-timer sails over the net. Looks like that puck was knuckling a little bit by the time it got to Schwab's stick. There's a wrist shot from the blue line from Garden, and Sal will glove that one up and force a whistle.
Yeah, and Brady Schwab, the other Schwab on the ice, not related, looking for a tip there. He had himself in really good position with a defenseman on him. I'm actually surprised Sal saw that, because that was a good shot from the point, quick wrist shot from Garden, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, he just let it go, and I'm not sure if Brady Schwab got a tip on that or not, but he was in great position for it.
Another face-off win by Utah. Larilla up against the wall. He's pushed off the puck there. Good pressure from San Diego State. They've got it now. It's Tuomi. And played out by San Diego State. Larilla tape to Delaney. Over to Kruchek. Kruchek towards the net. It's knocked wide. Here's Gibney. Gibney at the goal line. Peeling back, looking for Kruchek. Goes all the way to the point for Larilla. Looking for a tip was Larilla for the stick of Gibney. One-timer, good save by Sal. Rebound, deflected wide. Good couple of chances there for Utah. SDSU can just clear. That's all they can do at this point, and they will not be able to get a line change. And that's what's going to, in my opinion, with the short bench on the road at altitude coming from sea level, when you clear the zone just to get a breather, you can't make the line change if it's going to go for icing, right? So you got to be strategic and just try and either sky it as high as you can and get the change, but it's a tough battle.
Yeah, it is a tough battle for San Diego right now because, like we said just a few minutes ago, the Utes are all over them right now. And, you know, when you're trying to hurry up and make a play from your defensive zone, if you have some time, sure, you can flip it out softly to avoid the icing. But right now, I think the guys just wanted to get a change, which they were unable to do because right now they're just flipping it all the way down the ice. And it gives you about a 15-second rest, but not the typical line change rest that you're looking for.
So it's the Utes with possession. Sykes at the point. Lets a wrister fly, and it's just wide. And San Diego State will play that one up and off the netting. So to be out of play, it'll be a face-off in the San Diego State zone.
Yeah, and once again, they're not going to be able to change because that puck went directly over the glass. And NCAA rules, if it doesn't hit the glass, you don't get a penalty like you do in the NHL, but you are not able to change. So no reprieve for the tired legs.
It's a good call there on the rules because I'm sure everybody's adjusted to the Olympic rules now. There's different Olympic rules, different NHL rules, different NCAA rules, ACHA rules. And
they're all over the place.
All over the place. Here comes San Diego State. They fire a shot just wide off the stick of Gary and Barber. San Diego State's best chance of the night thus far on the counterattack. There's a shot. Good save.
Little rush by a defenseman there and Senden down that right wing.
Here's that shot from the point from Sykes. He kind of got clipped at the end there.
Just wide of the net. And got taken out as he, like you said, got taken out right as he released the puck.
Aztecs win that one. They played off the glass and out. Utah just looking to dump it in, prevent them from getting a change. So there's a scrum on the far side half wall. And it's kept in at the line by Utah. They sent it towards the net, and eventually it's passed out of the zone. Here comes Patrick Morris across the blue line for the Aztecs. He peels back. Moretti behind the net there for SDSU in the corner. He plays it to the point. And it's scooped up there by Johnson, and Utah comes back the other way. Johnson across the line, trying to dance around his man, and that resulted in a huge hit.
Both players get up unscathed.
Sun Eagles got it now in the far side corner, San Diego State zone. It's taken away. Toomey's got it. Johnson keeps it in at the line. Sun Eagle once more, this time on the near side. Sends it towards the net, deflected, just wide. And now Larilla will come in as Utah gets a change.
I think that puck missed the net by the hair on your chinny chin chin.
Very close.
I can't say my chinny chin chin because I got a beard.
Yeah, I can't do that. Wallhauser fires a shot. That one just goes wide.
Give it a couple years.
Yeah, there's a one-time shot, pad save by Sal. Yeah, if I was forced to grow a playoff beard, oh man, that would
you
not
look
be.
like Sidney Crosby in the 20-aughts.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see though. Utah, hopefully they can make the national tournament. That's a good opportunity for a playoff beard, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'll grow one out.
There you go.
I'm not shaving it off to grow it out. I'll just keep what I have.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's be honest here.
Here comes Correa. Nice pass over there to Schwab.
Just missed the handle on that, trying to go backhand to forehand. Or forehand to backhand, rather.
Correa looking for Schwab. He had some space, and now it's the Aztecs back the other way. Here comes Barber with some speed. A good defensive play by Sandberg to force him off the puck to the outside.
Yeah, didn't take a penalty on that play either. That's always a positive.
So now it'll be Utah, almost halfway through this first period. Here comes Schwab. Goal line towards the net. Driving, and it ends up on the far side. Reverse back over to the near side. Aztecs play it out. Stevenson trying to knock it into the zone.
Fanned on his pass attempt. He was looking to center that puck, and with sending all over him, just forced him to miss the pass there. Unfortunate for San Diego. They had numbers.
Schwab tape to tape over to Kruchek at the line. Keeps it onside.
One of the things I like seeing, what I'm seeing right now out of the Utes, is there's a lot of support on the ice. When one player overskates or gets hit, another Ute is right there to pick up the puck. Case in point.
Yeah, pretty swift play so far from Utah. Passing looking pretty good. So now it's Schwab at the goal line, looking for the one-timer for Kruchek, who was crashing in, but was broken up. And now San Diego State will play that one all the way out. It'll go for icing, so they will not be able to get that change.
I have a feeling as the game goes on, we're going to see more and more of those where they try to dump the puck out. It ends up going for an ice, and they're unable to change. Because the more tired you get, the more you just try to get rid of that puck, you know. We talked about it as far as them only having 13 guys on the bench right now. And over the course of a 60-minute game, they are going to get worn out.
Everything's against them. The short bench, you're 4,500 feet higher than you were to start today or yesterday. Dynamo's got it. Shot off the draw, just high. Good opportunity nonetheless, though. Finding some space after the face-off. Dynamo again, sending it towards the net for Slater. Nice play by Slater to fight off the defender to maintain possession. He fires a shot just wide. And now it'll be Garden. Garden near side. Sykes coming in to help out for Utah. Sykes has the puck on his stick. Reversing play back to the far side. There's Slater. Slater, he's pinned there, but it's picked up once again by Dynamo. Dynamo at the goal line, cycling behind the net. Still skating with it. Goal line pass Garden. One-timer broken up by the stick of Sal, was right in the crease. They play it towards the net, and a good save on somewhat of a broken play, but a really excellent job by Huey Dynamo to crash the net there at the last moment and try and knock that puck in the net. He just barely missed it, but right idea.
Yeah, Sal made the initial save on that play. Dynamo came in and was able to tip it right back on him. Sal had to be very alert there and stayed down. because had he not, there's a good chance that puck could have gone 5-hole on him. Something you want to see if you're San Diego is a goaltender that's engaged in the game and playing a sound game to start. You know, we're 12 minutes into the game right now, and the score's still 0-0 right now. Shots read 10-0, which could change here in a second. But
and here comes San Diego State. They fire a shot. Good save by Fuller. Garrett Fuller also worth mentioning in this game. He's an ex-San Diego State Aztec. Used to play on that team. And now with the Utes, of course. But, you know, solid goaltender. Went down there to play. I mean, honestly, they have all the tools at their disposal. Here's the instant replay there from the save from Garrett Fuller. Making it look easy.
He did make it look easy, and that's kind of not the easiest thing to do. That was the first shot on net he's faced all night. So he hasn't been tested yet. He's 8 minutes into this game, and, you know, they try to sneak a 5-hole goal in on him on a kind of a rush there, and he was equal to the task, and score remains 0-0.
And that'll be Utah off after the face-off, looking for Barr, but just missed his stick. Oh, wow, waved off. Must have gotten tipped by Barr.
No, the defenseman played the man instead of the puck, which allowed the puck to go past. And when that happens, the linesman will always call that or wave that off.
That's dumped right back in. Play-by-play analyst and former ACHA official Mitchell Slott. There's a shot, and there goes the net.
I look over and I see the net's almost tipped on top of Sal there. Sorry, I don't like to get whoa-y on you, but kind of caught me off guard there.
Well, when you shoot the puck at the net and expect the net to be standing up, and then when it's not, you're like, oh, that's pretty surprising.
I would agree with you, Pat.
It's a shame we only got 3 of these left.
I know. I've been at work. I've been talking about how we haven't been on the air, and I've talked about the next 4 broadcasts, including tonight, coming up, how excited I was to get back on the air and call hockey again. It's one of my favorite things to do in my life.
It is a good time. As that puck will find its way out of the San Diego State zone. Utah will reset. Sendin's got it, center ice. Across the blue line. Peeling back. Nice move there by Karsten Sendin. He skates it behind the net, still with possession. He's really making it look easy. Looks like Waldhauser tried to make a move there, and he kind of forgot the puck. It was taken away. And now it'll be San Diego State. Nice stick there again by Sendin. Good shift for him. As now to be Sandberg cycling back behind the Utah net to fully reset for Utah. Waldhauser across the line. Schwab, nice play over to Correa. Correa backhand shot. Oh my goodness, what a save by Sal.
What a glove flash that was. I thought for sure that was going to go in. Sal denied Jean Correa on that play. Absolutely robbed him. What a fantastic save.
Highway robbery. We'll look at that one again. Here it is.
Yep, and he's even smiling on it.
Wow, look at that.
Here's a backside look on it.
Just,
yeah. That puck was labeled for the back of the net.
It really was.
And Sal just tore that label right off. And that's a confidence-building save too. If you're
huge,
if you're Sal.
I mean, you're under 6.5 to go here in the first period, and you've given up goals upon goals upon goals this season, and you've kept it a 0-0 game. And I mean, it very much is obviously still a game. 13 skaters, and still looking good tonight are the Aztecs. There's a shot, good save by Sal, and that puck is knocked out of the net.
You know, when I was coaching, when I was coaching, one of the things I asked of my goaltenders, make the first stop. It's the defenseman's job after that to push it away from you, break it up, make the first stop, and he's been doing that.
And we will have our first penalty of the game. It'll go against Utah. It's a trip. So San Diego State will go to the power play. You know, Sal's reminding me, I don't know if those of you or even you, Mitchell, got a chance to catch the opening day of Olympic action, but Italy gave Sweden a run for their money. Game 1 on Wednesday, and their goaltender, incredible. He's actually, I believe he's been drafted to the NHL, but he made something like 40 saves in 2 periods, something like that. I mean, you're seeing it right now.
Goaltenders can make the difference. That penalty that was called was a trip on number 5, Ripley Garden. Time of that trip, 14:17 of the first period.
There's a shot, pad save by Fuller. Fuller getting tested now. There's a shot, looking to be tipped there. A point shot. And it was knocked out of play. Minute 45 to go on this power play.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that even though Fuller hasn't been tested often in this period, he's still alert. He's still focused on the game to make that leg pad save. Huge rebound on it. Good thing there wasn't somebody in that circle, because that was what would be called a juicy rebound.
And here comes Utah. They skated into the zone. Kruchek cycling to the near side. He'll just opt to skate it out of the zone for a reset, then dumps it right back in. Smart play by him.
He'll go for a change now.
Now it'll be San Diego State. Brown across the line.
Ooh, weird bounce.
It hits the Zamboni door and pops right into the glove of Fuller. He'll cover it up.
You'll see those from time to time here over at those Zamboni doors. Most of the time it happens on the ice. That one happened off the stanchion on the glass. Not something you see very often, but Fuller alert, able to track that all the way in and just gloved it down, got a whistle.
And Utah winning that face-off. Kept in at the line by San Diego State. They've got it. They send that pass to the point.
See what San Diego has left. They have 1 minute left on the power play. See what they can do with it. They're moving the puck pretty well.
They are, and they've gotten a couple of good shots, good opportunities from it. Here they go again. They've got it. Schurzis, point pass. Toomey at the point. Back over to Moretti. They've got it behind the net. Point pass. There's a shot blocked by Schwab with 35 to go.
Utah's penalty killer's doing a good job at keeping that puck along the perimeter for the most part.
There's a shot. Good save by Fuller and kind of upends the net there, so we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, net's off its moorings. When Fuller made that save on that short side save, he kind of came up and hit the crossbar, knocked the puck or the net off its moorings.
So you'll notice we have a new graphic system on the broadcast. We actually have functional power play time now. It was actually quite a long time in the making. And you also notice our fantastic intro sequence, if you were with us to start the broadcast, and that is credit to the internship program. That is all work of the interns. They're doing incredible work for us here at University of Utah Hockey. I mean, the graphics, everything before the game, the intermissions, everything you see, that is the work of students here at the University of Utah with their work with the University of Utah Hockey Media Internship.
Yeah,
so and huge thank you to them.
Yeah, and his interns, they don't get paid for it. It's all, it's classes that they're taking. And
that's right.
And, great work by them. And, in the year and a half, almost 2 years that I've been with the Utes, big strides have been made in the broadcast. And each game, our general manager, AJ, adds a little something to the broadcast.
It really does, and it's AJ's doing a lot of work behind the scenes as well, but credit to the interns as well. They are doing excellent work, and the reason you're seeing these improvements is because of the internship program and the work those fine folks are doing.
Yeah, and we do have a penalty coming up. Hooking is the call. Time of that penalty, 16:31. And that will go to number 91, Gavin Toomey.
So Utah to the power play. They will look to break the scoreless tie we've got in this contest.
And we've seen the power play of San Diego State. Now it's our chance to see the power play for the Utes.
Very good power play. It is. And San Diego State will get that puck and skate it out. Try and burn as much time as they can. So Utah looking to break it out. Delaney at the logo, over to Schwab. Schwab peeling back, over to Delaney. Delaney over to Waldhauser, it looks like.
Yeah, he's so patient with the puck.
Correa, top of the circle, down low for Schwab. Bounces off his skate, and San Diego State will saucer it all the way down. Correa started off from behind his own net. Just over a minute to go on this power play for Utah. Correa smoothly into the zone. Point pass for Waldhauser. Waldhauser, one-timer for Larilla, just wide. Correa will skate this one all the way down. Just over 2 minutes to be played here in the first period. 40 seconds to go on the Utah power play. Gibney over to Slater. Slater, point pass, Larilla. Back over to Slater, near side. Larilla. Gibney winds up a shot. It's blocked on the way there. Utah recovers. Larilla over to Slater. Larilla, shot from the point. Pad save, Sal. Rebounds loose. Another save by Sal, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, Sal once again hanging in there tight in the net for San Diego State. The Utes able to get some shots, moving the puck well on the power play, keeping the puck in the zone for the most part. San Diego State able to get a couple clears, but Utah just moving the puck with precision around their offensive zone here. Just 14 seconds remaining on the power play. First power play for the Utes.
Well, a face-off violation against Utah. 13 seconds to go on their power play. Still enough time to get one through. They win that face-off. They keep it in. Larilla. Gibney. Back over to Larilla. He fires a shot. It's blocked. 3 seconds to go. Larilla down low for Schwab, and Toomey's out of the box. They kill it off. One-time shot. Pad save by Sal. And they'll still be kept in by Utah. Here's Schwab. Point to Gibney. Almost knocked loose. Was actually knocked loose after a second attempt. So Utah will have to reset with just over a minute to go. Slater peeling back. He's got it. Still skating with it as Slater makes a move. And San Diego State takes the puck away and skates it out. Center ice, it's the Aztecs with it. Now it'll be Utah the other way. Sunigal calling for it. Kraft's got it, and he was just one step ahead of Kraft. So we'll get a whistle for offsides.
Yeah, you could hear Sunigal calling for it all the way up here in the broadcast booth. And with a lane in, I'm not surprised it didn't get past. With a lane like he had to go in, you know, that's not a pass you make, because Sunigal was basically standing still on the blue line, and you want to enter the zone with some speed as opposed to entering with a guy that's on his first 3 strides, especially when you have momentum.
There's a shot knocked up into the air by Gephardt. 15 to go on the clock. Utah still on the prowl here, looking for one before the final horn. And the Aztecs take it away. They're going to try and clear it all the way out. They do so. Brown's got some time and space. He fires a shot. Good save by Fuller at the buzzer. And after 20 minutes of play in Salt Lake City, we're tied at 0 between San Diego State and Utah. And Mason Brown looking to put one home there for San Diego State with, only seconds remaining.
If even a second. But I can tell you right now, the difference in the game is Sal. He right now is playing a fantastic game in net for San Diego State. The Utes out shooting the Aztecs 16-2 after one, and the only difference I could say right now is Sal.
He's having one of those games. 16 saves in the first period. That's a lot of shots for Utah. You're doing your thing if you're Utah, but man, Sal is really doing his thing right now, and it looks like that's who we're going to talk to, as we'll send it down to ringside with Molly as she's standing side by side with Brody Sal.
Brody, so tell me, Brody, you made some great saves in that first period. How did you feel?
I feel great. Shout out to the team in front of me.
To make heading into the second period?
I think we just gotta play the same. We're short bodies again, so play simple as always. And then the boys that are in front playing great for me. So just gotta keep everything going.
Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, broadcast.
Thanks, Molly. We will send it to break here in Salt Lake City. At the break, it's Utah 0, San Diego State 0. Second period action just 15 minutes away. Don't touch that remote.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home.
Welcome to game day fun.
Anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear.
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports. Welcome to world-class research.
Welcome to the arts.
Welcome to real-world experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts And if you live,
Welcome to the time of your life.
not hear them calling out our names, calling out our
Welcome to all you can imagine.
though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab and walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab and walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
A car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on earth.
In San Diego State, knotted up at 0 after 20 minutes.
Yeah, and like we said right before we went off the air, goaltender for San Diego, Sal, the difference right now. Shots heavily favored the Utes. Puck possession time heavily favoring the Utes. I like what I'm seeing out of them. Like I mentioned in the first period, the support that we're seeing, the puck recovery, all of the things that you want to see out of your team is what the Utes are doing right now. San Diego, I think, might be hanging on by the skin of their teeth, and their goaltender is Sal right now because he's played absolutely fantastic. Player of the period has to be him without a doubt. But take nothing away from the rest of the team. They've blocked so many shots. On the power play, I believe they blocked 3 shots alone. On one shot, they had 3 guys like a soccer wall in front of a shot. It got blocked, rather. So defensively, San Diego's doing a good job. We haven't really seen much of the offense from them so far until the last second of the first period where they had that opportunity. But I like what I'm seeing out of the Utes right now. They need goals, though. They absolutely need goals.
Absolutely. And with it being the way it is, a 0-0 game, San Diego State had a couple of grade A chances, especially towards the end of the period there. So for Utah, you've got to continue to stand tall and just hope at some point the dam's going to break in terms of shots on goal against San Diego State. But Sal, incredible. Just one of those nights where you're getting goalied right now, and that's just pretty as simple as it is. And if you're Utah, you're looking solid. I think you're moving the puck well. You talked about it. The passing's looking solid. Power play looked pretty solid. Obviously didn't see a lot of it. We only had the one power play. But for Utah, keep at it.
Yeah, you do want to keep at it. And this reminds me of the Sweden-Italy game you mentioned, where the first period, Italy scored the first goal and kind of woke Sweden up. I'm hoping that doesn't happen here in the sense that San Diego State gets the first goal of the game to wake the Utes up, because they're awake. They're playing very, very well. Fuller, he's played well when he's been, he only took 2 shots in that period. But at the same time, you can tell that he's tracking the puck well. But yeah, I believe with you. I agree with you 100% in the fact that it's just going to be a matter of time before we get one through. And I think once the Utes are able to get that one, they'll smell that blood and they'll start to attack even stronger and harder than they have in the first period. And it's just a matter of time before somebody breaks through.
What do you think the environment's like in the locker room in a time like this? I mean, you're playing, a WCHL team. It's a team that's struggling a little bit. You know what you need to do to take care of business, right? Yep. You're a little bit frustrated after 20 minutes. You don't have a goal. Is the sense in the locker room that, not that you fail, but that you're frustrated?
I don't think it's at the frustration level yet. I think if we're knotted up at zeros, or if San Diego's able to get a goal and the Utes aren't going into the second intermission, I think that's when frustration may creep in. But right now it's, hey guys, we're doing fine. We're out shooting them. Yeah. Don't change anything. There's no need to change. We just haven't gotten one past Sal yet. Just keep at it. Eventually, with only 13 players, they're going to wear down. Some openings will matriculate, and they'll be able to produce even more opportunities for themselves because they're taking care of all the aspects that they really need to take care of. Nothing to be frustrated. Hey, boys, we're fine. Let's keep with it is what I'm thinking. On San Diego, let's get our breath.
Absolutely.
We saw them, ice the puck quite a few times to try to get their breath. They can't change on those. They got to get their 15, 20 seconds while they can. Hopefully the linesmen aren't hustling back too fast to give them that break. But if you're San Diego, catch your breath. time for period number 2.
Absolutely. So with that being said, that concludes the first intermission report. We will send it now down to the ice and get ready for the second period of play. So we got a little bit of time here, Mick. From Milano Cortina so far.
So far, it's kind of what I expected. I saw a very interesting graphic on TikTok the other day. The teams that have the NHL players and the parity in the NHL, with 48% of the players in the NHL being from Canada, over 25% being from America, and then Sweden and Finland close behind. Czechia and Slovakia also rounding out the stronger. But the parity that we're seeing, it's a whole new generation of players and that star talent that we've never seen in the Olympics with professional players before.
It's awesome.
So as the preliminary round moves on and we get closer to the medal rounds and quarterfinal semis, and once you get to that, I think it's just going to be absolutely fantastic hockey, even better than what we saw at the Four Nations tournament last year.
I agree, and I love how you mentioned the parity. I mean, a couple years ago, you see Czechia winning the Worlds, right? In the Worlds, you don't always have a ton of NHL players there, given it's in the springtime during the playoffs, but you see the strength of Czechia and see those guys like Pasternak, and then you've got Slavkovsky on Slovakia, and they get a big win against Finland to open up the tournament. I mean, I love that. I love that it's not just domination from two teams. And while USA and Canada are your stronger teams, you're seeing Slovakia step it up, you're seeing Czechia step it up. Sweden and Finland have always been strong.
Yeah,
right?
And a dark horse in this tournament, Germany.
I mean, you got Peturkov here from Utah, right?
Yep.
And then you've got Draisaitl. That's in the same group as the United States. That's going to be a tough game on Sunday for the Americans, but I just love Olympic hockey. I cannot wait for tomorrow. We'll watch Team USA before Utah kicks off tomorrow at 4:30. But we're underway once again for the second period of play between Utah and San Diego State. As that's sticked away by Sau to open up the second period.
And as we get going here, it was a penalty-less first period. And I didn't go over the referees, but the referees for tonight are Alex Schnitzler and Tyler Murphy. Linesmen for tonight are Sanford Zito and Joey Edwards. Didn't have to mention the referees at all.
There's a shot just high. And really not a huge factor. I mean, not a lot of penalties being called. It's just been hockey back and forth for the most part.
Yeah, 2 in the first period. I got to restate that. I said 0. It was 2. One each side.
Gray dumps that one in for Utah. Right there in front of the band is Waldhauser.
And I want to say I love having the Utes
gosh.
band in here. It just, we have a good crowd as it is, and it just adds to the atmosphere.
It's amazing. It is amazing. I'm jealous of the NCAA schools in the Midwest that get this every single night in their barn, the band. I mean, it is something else.
Maybe we'll be there one day.
Yeah, that's right. There's a nice pass. Kruchek on the doorstep. Backhand shot. Might have hit the post. There's a shot through traffic. Never makes to the net. Good defense there by SDSU. And, with every stop and with every deflection and clearance, you build confidence if you're SDSU. Utah still controls. Sandberg at the point. To Kruchek through traffic. It never makes it to the net. And it'll pop back out of the zone for a reset.
Yeah, that was blocked down by Timothy Mayer for San Diego State. I think he broke his stick on the play.
Sendin. Pass over to Schwab. He leaves it for Kruchek. Kruchek at the line. Trying to play it forward for Gibney. It was knocked loose. Backhand shot just wide. And it'll find its way out of the zone once more.
Good communication there by Sendin, as you could hear him from up here at our broadcast position talking to Sandberg as he went back for the puck, letting him know he had some time to do something with the puck.
Here comes Sykes across the line. Leaves it there for Slater. Sykes again over to Slater. Behind the net this time. He fires a shot. Saved by Sau.
Smart shot there by Slater on that sharp angle. Trying to surprise Sau a little bit. Sal was there, made the stop. He's feeling that puck tonight.
He really is. He's seen it well. Aztecs have possession. And they played all the way out, waved off as it was tipped. Icing, that is. Utes behind their own net. Long stretch pass over to Slater. He skates it in. Good defense by Casino there to get back. Slater skating it back towards the slot. Has a shot just wide. Utes with it again. One-timer. Good save and a nice shot by Johnson. Nice play by Dynamo to set that up. He's got it now at the point. Well, hits the helmet of Johnson, and he will reset it for Utah. Dynamo across the line. Leaving it for Sykes at the point. He dumps it in. And San Diego State just clears it out. They're going to try and get a change. Now with them being on the opposite side, it'll be a little bit harder for them to do that when the Utes are pressuring, as their bench is in the Utes offensive zone.
This is the period of the long change.
Aztecs have it. Nice play by Delaney to break that up.
And good job there by number 11, Zachary Casino, keeping that puck in momentarily. The Utes able to get it out, though.
Here comes Sunigal on the counterattack. Sunigal skates it in, blocked by Toomey. Toomey's got it. Kept in by Kraft. And eventually they are able to spear it away. That was Mayer. There's a shot. Good save by Fuller. It kind of crept up on his blocker and fell right in front of him.
That went on the backside of his blocker and on his sleeve there.
Kraft trying to dance around, and Morris there. Then it was taken away. Delaney over to Barr. Barr center ice to Sunigal. Sunigal with some speed. Fires a shot deflected. He scoops up his own rebound and takes it to the far side. There's Kraft towards the middle, and a bouncing puck just jumps over the stick of Paul Waldhauser. He makes a couple of nice moves, fires a shot, and it's blocked by the shin pad of Michael Chua. Send in behind the net. Waldhauser there, taken away by Brown. Utah able to get it out.
Delayed penalty. Fuller's going to head to the bench.
Schwab, maybe another one. Schwab down to his knees there. And we will get a tripping penalty. Utah back to the power play. Michael Chua to the box for a 2-minute minor tripping penalty.
Time of that penalty, 5:25 of the second period. Second time we'll get to see the Utah power play tonight.
Almost 5.5 minutes into the second period. It's been all Utah. They've got possession to start off their power play. Kruchek. Pass over to Waldhauser. Waldhauser top of the near circle. Far side. Point to Delaney. Back to the far side for Correa. Bounces off his skate. And the Aztecs able to clear that one. Delaney. Across the red line and into the zone, making a nice couple moves there. He's got it at the goal line, skates it behind the net, looking for a one-timer for a crashing Schwab, and that one will go all the way down, forcing another reset. Saucer pass over to Kruchek. Kruchek to Kraft. Point pass Larilla. Larilla fires a shot through traffic. And I believe Sal did get a piece of that one. Good save by him. Kruchek at the point. He fires a shot. Sal makes the save. Kruchek retrieved that rebound. It's Correa. Utah maintains possession. Correa. Backhand pass Waldhauser. Waldhauser top of the circle. Shot by Larilla. Blocked by the defense of San Diego State.
Just 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Second one of the night for the Utes.
One-timer for Waldhauser. Didn't have enough oomph on it to quite get to the net in time. Right idea.
Yeah, I don't think he got all of that. Now he's getting up off the ice as he was hit hard along the boards.
Larilla to Correa. Correa, stick handles. To the middle. Kruchek. Point pass through traffic. Good save by Sal once more. And it's kept in at the line again by Lorilla. Good job by Utah to keep the puck in the Aztec zone. Lorilla, Correa. Correa fires a wrist shot, saved by Sau. Kruchek with it. Trying to find Waldhauser, broken up in the middle, and that is a kill for SDSU. Utah still on the prowl. Lorilla shot, good save, batted away by a defender for San Diego State. And Utah making a change of their own, so they were not able to keep that puck in. But a good attack by the Utes, but a good kill by the Aztecs. Here they come. There's a shot, good save by Fuller. And San Diego State countering there right after the power play ended when Utah was changing. Here's Schwab. Broken up at center ice by Robinson, and they skated in. There's a shot. Good save by Fuller. Now it'll be Slater. Slater right in front of Fuller there. And Utah will now skate this puck into the zone. Sykes fires a shot. Deflected wide. And then cleared all the way in. Long pass. Slater's going to be there to beat out the icing call. He's behind the net. Pressure by Casino. Behind him there. Dynamo, far side corner. Slater once more with it. Kicks it over to Dynamo. Right in front of the Zamboni doors there. And San Diego State able to get that puck out. Big hit in front of the Utah bench.
San Diego State's stick went into the bench of the Utes on that hit.
Really good job by Sandberg to fight off his man and get the puck in the zone. Gavin Barr makes a nice move. He's got it at the point. Gibney back up to Sandberg. There's a shot, just deflected wide, and Utah still with it.
Man, the pressure by the Utes right now is just unrelenting.
And Kraft there almost had himself a great A chance wide open, just bounced off his stick blade. There's a huge hit. And here comes San Diego State back the other way. They skated in. Ooh. And there's a hard collision to the boards there with Zachary Casino. And Utah's going to counter now, almost like an overtime shift. Sendin has a shot, and it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, good to see that number 11, Casino, get up. I said, ooh, because his head bounced off the boards there. I think the only saving grace for him on that play is that his head hit about 3/4 of the way up the board.
Instead of the bottom, right?
Instead of the bottom, exactly, yeah, because in the women's game, I called the third period, and one of the players went headfirst into the boards right at the ice level.
That is a huge hit you're seeing on replay
there.
Holy moly. And there's the big hit there on Casino. Yeah, there's good call, Mitchell. He about 3 feet up there. And obviously, as they're bolted in, actually, Casino looks like he was off, and now he's skating back. God, he's looking to get off.
Yeah, he's trying to get that door. Is always. I've played so many times on this rink, and that door is hard to get out of. It kind of sticks. As he's assisted off. That's unfortunate because now it's going to leave
12 skaters.
12 skaters, yeah. Hopefully he can come back, but probably shaken up a little bit.
Yeah, glad to see he's skating up on his own power, right, and making the decision to get off the ice himself without it, having to be taken off the ice. Utah out shooting San Diego State 25-5. As we've said before, looking a lot like that Italy-Sweden match to kick off the Olympics. San Diego State hanging in there. There's a pass over to Schwab, sends it towards the net, but nobody on the other side there. Correa over to Waldhauser, back over to Delaney. Delaney will skate this one in, gets it in deep. Trying to get it to the point, and it's played out there by the Aztecs. Here comes Mason Brown. There's a pass broken up by Lorilla.
Yeah, great block there by Lorilla. Kept his gap really short all the way in the zone.
Here comes Utah. They fire a shot high, looking for that tough angle, top shelf goal there, but just goes up and out of play. So over halfway into the contest, we still are knotted up at zeros.
That scenario that we talked about during the intermission report about being knotted up, unless something changes here in the next 9:26, we might have that exact scenario. I mean, because they were out shooting them 25-5 with nothing to show for it.
There's a shot. Good save by Sal. Yeah, I mean, it's anyone's game at this point in time. There's Gibney over to Garden. Garden towards the net. Pad save by Sal. Garden with it again. Peeling back towards the line. Fires a wrist shot. Good save by Sal. Loose in the slot, and San Diego State able to get that one out. Noah Robinson skating with it. Johnson able to get back down to cover him and make a physical play. Let's knock that puck loose.
Yeah, and San Diego unable to keep it in their offensive zone there as it was wrapped around the inboards.
Puck bounces towards the Utah goal there as it'll be Johnson scooping it up. Johnson across the logo, taking it in himself, skates it in. Schwab picks up the loose puck there. Johnson's got it once again. Gibney cycling back towards the point. Far side corner. Schwab's got it. Brady Schwab point pass Sandberg. Fires a wrist shot just wide. Another shot hitting the side of the goal, it sounds like, or the post. And that puck goes up and out of play. We'll get another whistle. Mitchell, if you're the Utes, clearly you're dominating play. You've got a lot of shots on goal. You're looking like the better team. What do you do when you're just getting frustrated like this? You just keep holding steady?
Got to keep on keeping on, baby. That's all I can say about it, because I was just thinking that, like I wanted to say something about the Utes' domination. The puck is continually on the Utes' sticks. They're firing shots. They're getting pucks to the net. Sal doing what he's been asked to do, which is, hey, you're going to have to play a great game tonight because Utah's going to come at us. We have a short bench. Now one player even shorter for now, hopefully. But, you know, if you're the Utes, all you can do is continue to do what you're doing. They're not taking bad shots. They're not putting it in dangerous areas. And, I mean, puck possession time is probably 95% in favor of the Utes right now. And you can't really ask for much more out of your boys if you're Morgan Feeney. And if you're the guys that are doing it, all you can do is continue to skate. Just like they forced an icing. San Diego State's going to be unable to change. Legs are going to get, even as this game wears on, the legs are going to become more and more tired. Hopefully their coach gives them a lot of conditioning to do during the week that they can keep up, but it's a tall task.
It is, but, you know, all that matters if you're San Diego State, you're in the game. There's a shot. Good save by Sal. Rebound's loose. Still loose in front. Another good save by Sal, and it ended up sliding wide. The Utes just pressuring harder and harder, trying to get that puck to find the back of the net. There's a huge hit in front of the Utah bench. Some retaliation there. And San Diego State will clear it in. Fuller will grab it. Nice saucer pass to find a wide open Dynamo at the blue line with Slater. Back to Dynamo. What a pass. Shoots. Oh, what a pad save by Sal. Right idea. Utah still has it. Slater. Shot by Sandberg. What a save by Sal. Unbelievable.
Are you kidding me right now?
Wow, what an excellent play. And it all starts from the stick of Garrett Fuller back in his own zone. The eyes he has to see his man Dynamo at the far blue line. Excellent play by Fuller.
And Fuller knew he was going to do that while that puck was in the air. I was watching the dump in, and you could see Fuller look up at the puck, look down for a second, like a baseball infielder, quickly put it on the ice so he wouldn't get a whistle, and fired it to the far blue line. What a great play all the way around by both teams. And I cannot believe Sal kept that puck out of the net.
He is just having an unbelievable game tonight as San Diego State skates it out now. I mean, that was some of the prettiest and best-looking chance. I mean, Utah's had plenty of good chances, but right there, that was pretty.
Yeah, and one of the things I'm noticing out of San Diego right now, Patrick, is they're starting to play a more physical game. They're getting into the retaliation aspect. And with that, that's just going to tire them out all the more. They need to be careful with that because they don't have a long bench, and you can't afford to take yourself out of position with tired legs.
Here he goes. Sonigal makes a move. What a pad save by Sal! Unbelievable. There's another shot. Good save, Sal. Rebound. It's knocked away by San Diego State. And to credit your point, Mitchell, yeah, you don't want to have anybody suspended for the next game or take guys out of this game, especially now that you're in the game. I mean, I get it if you're down 6 goals, but you're in this game.
Yeah, and I'm not even talking about suspensions. It's good that you bring it up because, you know, you don't want to get a retaliatory penalty, but even playing the physical, you know, initiating, yeah, you still want to lay checks. You still want to play the full check hockey game. Look at this.
Here we go.
That replay just shows the flexibility of Sal. Good look from behind. Good move.
Look at the flexibility, like you said, and we saw the glove already.
And his patience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, not committing. Yeah, he's sticking with the play. That's an excellent point. He is feeling good, and every single save is just building more confidence in himself and the team around him.
And speaking of the team around him, his defense is doing a good job of getting the puck out of the front of the net.
They really are. And here's a breakaway for Schwab. He skates it in. Schwab shoots. He scores! Nico Schwab gets the Utes on the board. Buries it on the breakaway. And we were just talking about Sal, but what a nice move by Nico Schwab.
Yeah, and the pass came all the way from the defense. And Nico with a nifty little head fake there, stick handle, and went glove side just over the pad, just under the glove. Great shot placement there by Nico Schwab to break the 0-0 tie. And on their 31st shot of the game, or 32nd if they haven't added it.
Wow. That gets this place nice and loud, get all the fans in attendance into the game. And that was a pretty one on the breakaway. And the Utes finally getting one past Sal. And now here comes Kruchek. Utah smells blood in the water. They've got it again. There's a shot deflected wide. And to credit your point right before the goal, Mitchell, I think they're, San Diego State through the middle, they're actually pretty good. I mean, at breaking things up and not letting the Utes having whatever they want, considering there's 31 shots on goal.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been doing a good job. Now, Utah clearly with a little bit extra jump in their step, which is not something they necessarily needed right at that point. But
now
after you get that goal, yeah, it's gonna make the adrenaline pump that much more. And going back to that goal, time of that goal, 14:33. Nico Schwab assisted by number 5, Ripley Garden.
There's a nice shot by Ripley Garden himself and a nice save by Sal. That was a quick wrister from Garden.
And time of that goal was 14:33.
14:33 of period number 2, and add 20 minutes to that. That's how long it took for the Utes to get on the board. But hey, like they say in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard, just numbers.
Yeah, just numbers. And for those, another player leaving the ice. That looks like it's number 9, or maybe 8. Yeah, it's number 8, Nicholas Gregopoulos. Sorry. So 11 players on the bench for San Diego State. Every time someone leaves, it's that much more difficult for them.
And that bench is looking very short right now.
Yeah, it looks like a bench on one of those games that has 350 penalty minutes in
it. That's right. Sandberg skates it in. I mean, again, all things considered, it's a 1-0 game, and they had 13 skaters to begin with. I mean, they're playing in a really good game, all things considered. So now Fuller skates out of the net to handle this one. Trying to find Dynamite again, just off the mark, and it'll go for icing. So we'll have another stoppage.
And something looking forward to tomorrow because they don't get a full 24-hour rest. We play tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So we're going to be starting 3 hours earlier than we did tonight. those legs on the San Diego bench are going to be that much more tired without a 24-hour rest.
Right, yeah. I mean, those 3-4 hours will make a difference, right? And
absolutely. Lactic acid. I mean, the good thing now with sports medicine and sports recovery.
Oh, here we go. Here comes Slater. He skates in, makes a nice move, has a shot. Good save by Sal.
You know, with sports recovery, like I was saying, the techniques, the technology, the things that the boys have at their disposal nowadays isn't like old school would just put ice on it. They have those compression legs, leg boots that go all the way up the thigh to get that lactic acid out, things like that. Roller sticks.
Yep.
You know,
Theraguns, you know.
Yeah.
You name it. Oh, and what a nice play in front, and an excellent pad save by Sal right off the face-off there. Fuller's got it. He's going to play it. He was pressured.
I'm actually surprised that didn't get whistled down with a San Diego State Aztec right in front of him.
Utah looking at some of these stretch passes. Oh, a nice little backhand pass by Slater was broken up at the last minute, though, by the Aztecs. So you've got just over 3 minutes of play left in period number 2.
Wow, that looked really close to too many men.
Yeah, I mean, it looked kind of awkward there in front of the SDSU bench. Here comes Delaney in here for Utah. Pass to the point. Gephardt bounces all the way down low for Sunigal. Sunigal, saucer pass Delaney with some space. Delaney fires a shot. Good save by Sal, and it's looking like Sal able to kind of recompose himself. He's made a couple of big saves since giving up the goal.
Yeah, he has, and that one was important because he had Trent Gephardt right on the doorstep, screening him the whole way. Good positional stop there by Sal because, I mean, it hit him right in the breadbasket, right where he wants it to be.
33 shots to 7 as we currently sit. And that is 32 saves for Sal. So regardless, still a great game thus far. Behind the net there, Lambert's pressured by Utah. They're able to get the puck out. Sunigal at the line, he's able to take it away. Peeling back. He's pinned against the boards. And then it's knocked away. Gary and Barber setting it forward. Here comes San Diego State. Their best chance. They shoot, they score! They tie the game up. It's Aiden Moretti. And just as quickly as the Utes got the lead, the Aztecs respond right back.
Wow. What a nice move right in front of the net to get that goal. Time of that goal is 18:04.
He had Garden bearing down behind him, just giving him hell with his stick, just trying to break up the play, and he was still able to drive forward and bury the backhand shot. And with less than 2 minutes to be played, I think the scenario we talked about at the first intermission report, like you said, Mitchell, may be coming true. Still plenty of hockey left. Nico Schwab's got it. Plays it over to Waldhauser. Plenty of time left in the second, 2 for another. Sandberg at the point. High slot for Waldhauser. Pad save by Sal.
And once again, Sal making the stop in the defense, getting the puck to the sideboards. And real quick, while the Utes reset, that goal for San Diego State scored at 18:04, scored by number 24, Aiden Morietti, assisted by number 7, Mason Brown, and number 4, Gary and Barber. Time of that goal, 18:04 of the second period.
Sandberg looking for Correa. Bounces off his skate. Correa doing a good job to settle it down and keep possession. Great job by Correa. Schwab, high slot. Waldhauser, he still has a goal. He tried to go back to Schwab. He maintains possession. One-timer for Delaney, and it was broken up. Utes maintain possession. 49 to go in the second period. Schwab trying to dance around the defender there. Utes maintain possession. They fire a shot. Gloved up by Sal.
Yeah, you can, despite the score right now, you can tell that the San Diego players are starting to feel it. They're not able to when the puck is at their feet, they're unable to locate it. They're spinning around a little bit. And that happens when you get leg weary, when you get tired, you're out of breath. Your body doesn't move like you really want it to. And I think that's leading to the Utes' possession time, especially that last sequence there.
Off the draw, the Utes control. Looking for another one before the break. It's broken up, and San Diego State will just play it out.
Utes get a lucky bounce off of Sanford Zito there, the linesman.
Maybe even San Diego State. That was looking like it might go for icing. Kruchek's got it. One-timer for Larilla, but he fanned on it, and it'll come all the way back down to the Utah zone with 14 to go. You can expect Utah to try and push for one more here. 10 seconds on the clock. Gibney with speed across center ice. He continues to skate it in. Trying to go coast to coast. Backhand shot, pad save by Sau. And after 40 minutes of play, we end how we started, tied up. But this time it's 1-1. Utah breaking the tie. About 14 minutes into the second period, and then a couple minutes after that, San Diego State answering with a backhand goal from Aiden Morietti, and that is the difference right now. But still, it's that man, number 1 in black for San Diego State. It's Brody Sau. He is having himself a heck of a night. 35 shots, 34 saves. And it's been a great game.
It has been a great game, and nobody expected that out of this game. And, you know, with a short bench, just getting into town, you don't expect to end after 2 periods tied 1-1 with shots being 35-8.
It really is. We're seeing something pretty incredible tonight, Mitchell. But we'll send it down to ice side with Molly. She's down there with what looks to be Nico Schwab. Take it away, Molly.
Hey, Utes fans, it's Molly. I'm here with Nico Schwab. Okay, Nico, you got that goal, amazing goal. Tell me about it. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, I mean, our forwards were in our D when we're caught in our zone, and that drew the other team down. So I stretched out and caught a seam pass from John for a breakaway. And luckily got a good shot off to start the goal. So hopefully we get it going in the third.
And what's the mindset heading into the third period?
Just keep getting shots on net. Hopefully one will go in. I mean, just keep getting bounces too. Just trying to find a way to get it in.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see you after the game. Thank you.
Here in Salt Lake City between Utah and San Diego State. You're not going to want to miss the third period, so don't touch that remote. We'll be back with more hockey from Salt Lake City in just a few moments.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident, we'll help relieve the stress and chaos. Call or text Siegfried and Jensen.
After you've been injured in an accident, you're going to have a lot of questions.
Who pays my medical bills? Will I ever be able to work again? Who can answer all of these questions?
We can. Siegfried and Jensen.
Welcome to the Rocky Mountains.
Welcome to open trails and new vistas.
Welcome to stunning Red Rock.
Welcome to the greatest snow on Earth.
By the tree of broken glass, where the home
Welcome to Game Day Fun.
anything could last. So let's go and take the words that we know.
Welcome to the party!
Sea of thoughtful dreams. But if you listen, you can still hear
Welcome to Pac-12 Sports.
our names, calling out our names.
Welcome to world-class research.
We'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your
Welcome to the arts.
have no trip. We are tough as nails. Come on, this is our land.
Welcome to Real World Experiences.
We can go to that bridge that crosses over fear.
Welcome to a great education.
Love and what it does to those they hold near. So let's run till the water.
Welcome to new friends.
We can toss our worries far away from our hearts. And if you live
Welcome to the time of your life.
and not hear them calling out our names, calling out
Welcome to all you can imagine.
though we might faint and fall, we'll keep on standing tall. This world is in our hands. So get up and grab your walk and see. Those gray clouds look close, but we have come and gone.
Welcome to the University of Utah.
So get up and grab your walk and see.
For nearly 70 years, we've guided our members toward financial confidence, and we've helped each other reach greater heights. From our beginnings at the University of Utah to serving over 130,000 members across the beautiful state of Utah, we've grown together. Now, our next journey begins as Canyon View Credit Union. A name inspired by where we live, explore, and find new possibilities. A name that shows our connection to community, the solid path we help create for members, and the clear view we provide for bright financial futures. We're building a brand shaped by trust, service, and a vision for something greater. Because when we rise, we lift each other. When we grow together. Thank you for being part of this journey. As we climb toward the future, the view just keeps getting better and better. Same roots, new path. Welcome to Canyon View Credit Union.
car accident can change your life and the lives of those you love instantly. Beyond the physical damages, there are emotional and financial damages as well. And picking up the pieces alone can feel almost impossible. We understand. It's personal, and that's why we're here to help. Call or text 24/7. Siegfried and Jensen.
Years ago, I was checked from behind in a hockey game, and I was paralyzed from the chest down. It's difficult, and everything I do requires help. I formed a foundation because I believed paralysis recovery was possible. Now we're experiencing incredible trial results with spinal stimulation treatments, and we're so close to making it available to everyone living with paralysis. Let's make history. Let's beat paralysis.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Overwhelming. It's a never-ending list of to-dos. Unless you call the right lawyer, then poof.
After an accident will help.
Welcome back to the second intermission report, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Sherbergan and Mitchell Slott with you. We've got the stats up on the screen for this season for both squads. San Diego State coming into this game, 3 wins, 19 losses. Utah, 12 wins, 8 losses, 36 points for Utah, 10 for San Diego State. You're seeing the conference rank, 8th for Utah, 11th for San Diego State, 11th of 11 teams. So for Utah, obviously a game that they would like to be winning right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and by more, and by several goals.
I mean, look, their goal differential is -103. They've got 162 goals against Utah. I mean, last time they played, they scored 8 goals against them in both games.
Yeah, and so if you're the Utes, you're expecting more than that. From the game, and we don't want to be tied 1-1. We want to be more along the lines of 4 or 5 based on historics, not 1-1 after 2. But again, like we said in the first intermission, and I feel like a wind-up doll, just repeating myself, Brody Sow, absolutely phenomenal game. He's standing on his
difference
head.
maker. Yeah, it really is. It's one of those nights where you're getting goalied, and nothing against San Diego State, nothing against Utah. It's like you said, Sow. He's playing a solid game, and when you can't let yourself get frustrated, right? You got to still, like you said, play your game. Like you said during the game, we were talking about it. Stay strong and play your game.
Yeah, you do have to play your game, and one of the things that we saw, and I mentioned it right at the end of the period, is San Diego is really starting to show their fatigue. So their opportunities for odd man rushes against the Utes are dwindling. They've had a couple. They scored on one, on their lone goal. They scored. It wasn't a breakaway, but it was a break, and that's all he needed to put the puck in. And, I think he caught Fuller by surprise there, because Fuller has been up to the task so far tonight, only seeing 8 shots. You're going to get a little cold, and there's that debate between goaltenders, or amongst goaltenders rather. Would you rather see a lot of shots, or would you rather not see a lot of shots? And most goaltenders say, I want to be tested often. It keeps me sharp, it keeps me focused, and I don't get so fatigued that I can't make the saves. Where on the other end, you're standing down at the far end of the ice, watching the game.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're having to be absolutely ready to make that stop, whether it's an incredible stop or a routine stop. You're standing there, you're cold, and then all of a sudden you're being tasked with a stop. Totally different mindsets, and it's just one of those situations where I know Fuller would rather be Sal right now.
I agree. You know, he likes to see the puck and stop the puck, and you can tell with every stop that Sal is making, you can see his confidence in the way he's looking at the puck, the way he's carrying himself on the ice. He's building confidence because he's making big saves and keeping his team in the game. And now if you're San Diego State during this intermission, you're saying, boys, we're in this game.
Absolutely,
it's
they are.
1-1. We've got 11 skaters. Our boy Sal is keeping us in it. And if you're Utah, you're frustrated. We talked about it at the first intermission. You're frustrated, but you got to keep playing your game.
Yeah.
But you got to be wary of the San Diego State team because they're going to come out skating and give it a good push.
Yeah,
I mean, they haven't beaten an M1 team this year.
No, and as long as they can give that push, maybe get a goal, I mean, that's life, right? I mean, they have life right now, tied at 1 with only 20 minutes left to play. But if they by some chance were able to get a second goal and take the lead, that is legitimate life in the game.
I mean,
in the third period.
Yeah, right. I mean, even now, it's enough to say. I mean, you look at the way their season's gone. I was looking at their records, who they play. I mean, legitimately, they beat 2 M2 teams and an M3 team. This for them right now it's got to be huge down there in that locker room for that team.
Yeah.
And so it's a big third period for Utah. This is a critical juncture right now at this point in the season, trying to go to nationals.
I would say right now, this next 20 minutes is going to be the most important 20 minutes of the Utes season, bar none. Not even next week. You can't look ahead to next week. You got to think about right here, right now. The Utes need to take care of business that's in front of them, and that's 20 minutes to try to just get some goals on the board, get the W, because we absolutely cannot take a tie or a loss in this game. That would kill every bit of momentum that the Utes have going into the final weekend next weekend of the regular season.
Right, and right here, right now, we have both teams starting to come back out to the ice, so we will send it back down to the ice, but keep on chatting as we get ready for the third period of play here. So we thank you for tuning in for that second intermission show. We're now getting ready for the third period of play, and yeah, I mean, it can't be understated. This is a very important period for Utah, and you really need Utah to, get back on the board and play their game. Fuller, had a goal against. He probably tough. He's probably getting on himself for that one, but also at the end of the day, put it past him and continue to skate confidently. He's a great goaltender. You see him right there.
Yeah, and let's not put it past the goal scorer, number 24, Aiden Morietti, who made a nice backhand top shelf shot to get that puck in.
Yeah, right. And it's an odd man rush opportunity, not Fuller's fault at all. And it's, obviously he wants to have any goal. He's a very, confident guy who wants to stop every shot he can. But a great shot there by Morietti. And here we go. We're getting ready for period number 3. 20 minutes. Huge game for both teams. San Diego State's bench, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skaters.
7 skaters, it looks like.
7 now.
Yeah, a late addition, but it looks like he's a D-man. So you have 5 forwards to change. So not even a full line of extra skaters, or a full line and 2/3, sorry, against the Utes bench that is absolutely packed. So the legs are definitely going to be in the Utes' favor. I'm just interested to see how they exploit the fatigue of San Diego State here in this third period.
So it's Nico Schwab, your goal scorer tonight for Utah. Over to Waldhauser. He plays it towards the net.
And I think an early goal here for the Utes would be absolutely fantastic for their pace of play, for their confidence in the game. And I think, if they were able to get one here in the first couple minutes, that would be key for the Utes.
So here's Givney. Point pass. Waldhauser, he fires a shot. It's blocked. Kept in I thought that was kept in at the line, but it is blown off.
Yeah, it was close, but Sanford Zito had the right call in there, and he could probably see the puck between the legs of the Utes player who tried to keep it in, just unable to do so. Because they have a much better vantage point than you and I do. Schwab looking a little confused as to why he was kicked out of that faceoff.
And now we're back underway. San Diego State, they skated in. They fire a shot just wide. Utes have it now. Sandberg behind his own net, breaks it out. Nice pass over to Sendin. Sendin maintains possession at the line, fires a shot, it's blocked. Aztecs clear. Here comes Kruchek, he skates it in. Peels back. Schwab, top of the circle. Gibney, he's got it, just loses a handle on it. San Diego State clears it out.
Yeah, icing waved off immediately by Zito.
Sendin. Over to Garden. Knocked loose from the stick of Dynamo. Garden's got it again. Sendin to Dynamo. Sykes has it. It's whacked back in the San Diego State zone. Struzis dumps it in for the Aztecs. They get a change. Garden. Or Slater, rather. Slater skates with it. One time pass the middle. It's still loose, and Utah is unable to convert. And we will have a too many men penalty.
Is that going against San Diego?
I believe so. It'll be going against San Diego State. I think they've gotten away with that once or twice so far tonight.
Wow, it is going against San Diego. Time of that penalty.
There's your chance there for Utah.
2:38.
Almost looked like there was a player who can get I guess it would have been a forehand on that. It would have been Johnson right there, low slot. So power play for Utah, good chance for them to get that goal back. Serving that will be Gary and Barber. And Utah maintains after the faceoff. They fire a shot, they score! Post and in! Matthew Delaney. Utes retake the lead back on the power play.
And that's a quick goal. We're still within the first 3 minutes of the period, albeit a power play goal, their first of the night. That's the kind of start that we were looking for out of the Utes coming into this third period. Tired legs, clearly a mental breakdown on the bench there for the San Diego State Aztecs, and it cost them. And the Utes now take a lead. Time of that goal, 2:45, just 7 seconds into the power play.
And that'll be Delaney's 8th of the season as that shot was just fired wide. 24th point of the year for Delaney.
Kruchek has the assist on that goal for Delaney.
Larilla's got it. Sends a pass forward, but nobody home, so that'll go for icing. And there you see Brody Sau, who's, like we've been saying, having career game. I mean, in my opinion, that's what I would say.
Yeah, and having not watched San Diego all year, I don't know if he's been playing like that throughout the year, but he's definitely having one tonight.
Sure, there's been many situations he's been forced to make a lot of saves. Tonight being one of them. Nice big hit there in front of the band. Really, like you were saying earlier, Mitchell, they just bring the energy. This place has been bumping all night long. And there's a long pass. That's going to go, or it will not go for icing, waved off.
Yeah, great call there by Joey Edwards. He watched the defenseman lift his stick instead of playing the puck, and that's an easy call for a linesman. Keeps the puck moving. You're not going to award a team for not making a play on a puck.
And that puck goes up and out of play. So we will have a face-off in the San Diego State zone. Just under 16 minutes to be played here in the third period. We'll be back here tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. as the women's team will be having their senior night. They'll have the 7:30 time slot. Tune in for that game as well. But M1 action will start at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. Same time, or same network rather, here on YouTube and here at the Steiner Ice Arena if you're local in the Valley. So there's a shot. It's blocked. And that's sent all the way down. And here's the replay of that goal.
Yeah, just right off the draw. Rips it.
Post and in.
Yeah, excellent goal by Delaney there. Here's another look at it from ice level. Yeah, just didn't waste any time. 7 seconds into the power play, and Utes are up 2-1.
Sendin. He fires a shot, pad saved by Sal. Kraft fires a shot, saved by Sal. And with mentioning the broadcast tomorrow, we've got 2 more next weekend as well. 9:30 for the Friday night game against UNLV, and then 7:30 to close out the season on home ice. And in fact, that actually does close out the regular season as well. So, like we said, 3 broadcasts remaining, 1 tomorrow and 2 next weekend.
And half of those games aren't going to be at our normal time of 7:30.
Yes, yeah. Tomorrow 4:30 and then 9:30 next Friday. That'll be the latest we've ever started an M1 game. As San Diego State's able to play that puck out to the neutral zone. Sandberg goes all the way back for Utah. Sandberg tape to Sendin. Sendin peeling back, fires a shot, patted away by Sal. And that was a broken twig on the play from Kraft. Spar still maintains possession, able to get the puck to the far side. Gibney peeling back in the near side corner, far side corner rather. In the slot, Sunnigal fires a wrister just wide. Barr picks it up. One-timer for Sunnigal. He just goes high with it.
San Diego, due to their fatigue, having a hard time just holding on to the puck right now. Those players want to get changes.
Gibney skates it in. High slot, still with it. Fires a wrister, blocked by Lambert. Slap shot deflected wide. Now it'll be the Aztecs. They skated out. Chua dumps it in.
Looks like the Aztecs have another player on the bench.
So now it'll be Gibney. Backhand pass to Kruchek over to Schwab. One-timer for Waldhausen, or excuse me, Garden, just wide. Aztecs able to send that one around the boards, and out here they come back the other way. It's Patrick Morris. He skates it in, fires a shot. Good save by Fuller.
Yeah, that had the look of a 2-on-1 there for a second, but good back check there by the Utes to make it even 2-on-2, forcing the puck carrier to make the shot rather than look for a pass. And good stop, as you said, by Fuller. Stops the puck, holds on to it, doesn't allow a rebound, which I think right now is kind of crucial for the Utes. Is there, they don't want a cold goaltender facing a rebound opportunity. Because that really lends itself to a situation where he could get hurt making a stretch save. And, of course we don't want to see that, but, Fuller still tracking the puck well. And again, that one goal, the lone goal for San Diego. Great move, backhand, top shelf.
Another face-off here in the Utah zone.
Gephardt getting kicked out. Or sorry, not Gephardt.
Utah wins the draw. They'll get it out. Slater will skate it in with some speed. He had Sykes in front of the net. He's pinned up along the wall. Sykes comes in to help him out in the board battle. He takes it away. Sykes behind the net. Point pass. Delaney fires a wrist shot just wide. And now it'll be the Aztecs. There's a shot. Fuller used his chest protector to put it in his glove, and then he played it right to his man there.
Little miscommunication there between Sykes and Slater.
Sandberg, it's pickpocketed there by Robinson. Robinson skates it in, and he's hit off the puck by Sendin, so Fuller will cover it up.
So this is one of those kind of games, especially with the standings and the fight that we're seeing out of San Diego, despite all of the circumstances not in their favor. This is the type of game where if you're the Utes, you cannot make a mistake like that in your defensive zone. You have to be sure with the puck, know where it's going before it leaves your stick, and make sure that when you do move the puck, it goes to its intended target.
And that puck sticked out of play by Sau. Yeah, that's an excellent point, Mitchell. I mean, with the margin being as thin as it is, you're still playing. You're not playing. You're dominating the game, but you're not necessarily playing like you shouldn't be playing like that. You should be, everything should be crisp. Just as if you were playing in a playoff game. I mean, as we said, it's a very important period for the Utes. There's a shot blocked in front of the net. Waldhauser wrapping around, firing a shot just wide. Schwab
drawing a penalty there.
And Utah will go back to the power play.
Hooking will be the call, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Minor penalty to Zachary Casino. Utah already having one power play goal tonight. Looking for another.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to look for another one.
So they win the faceoff and start the attack on the power play. Delaney fires a shot. Gloved up by Sau.
One of the things that's been talked about a lot, I don't know how much hockey you watch on television. I'm assuming it's quite a bit, like myself. Not a lot of slap shots anymore.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot more wrist shots, even from the point, like players now with the sticks and the techniques that players have are able to get shots off 60, 70, 80 miles an hour rather than a slap shot, which a goalie can see the windup. Quick release oftentimes is going to help you deceive the goaltender.
Right, yeah, and there's a lot to be said there. There's a slap shot just wide. It'll find its way out of the zone. Have a moment here. Yeah, the players these days, your skilled players, it's how fast can you get the shot off and how quickly can you deceive the goaltender. And I totally agree with you, Mitchell. You're seeing less of it because it's the skill play, using the toe of your stick, trying to wrap it around quickly and fire it and just beat the goalie on pure speed. Speed kills, right? And
yeah, it really does. And let me introduce a caveat there. One-timers.
Right.
Other than one-timers, most shots are coming off of a snapshot rather than a slapper.
I mean, and you're seeing guys just, not far off the goal line, just flip their wrists and bury it behind the shoulder of the goaltender. I mean, it is the way the game is going. These young guys are really ripping it, and we're seeing it tonight in a game like this as well. Waldhauser skates it in, sends it across the zone. Slater to Delaney. Over to Waldhauser. Back to the top of the circle. Shot fired and a good save by Sal.
Still liking the puck movement, still liking the shot choices. The shots that are being taken, they're not the kind of shots from the hard angle that if you miss the net, that are going to wrap all the way around the inboards and out of the zone. The shots that are being taken are reboundable shots, and that helps keep the puck in the offensive attack zone on a power play. We're 58 seconds into it, and other than the offsides for the most part, the puck's been in the offensive zone the entire first minute of this power play.
Utes doing a good job, getting the rebounds on their shots and maintaining possession when they're attacking. Is there a shot? They score! That was a quick wrister from the stick of Trevor Kruchek, and it's another power play goal for the Utes.
Time of that goal, 9:15. And that gives the Utes a 3-1 lead now.
Second power play goal tonight, this one from Trevor Kruchek. And the band playing Utah Man for the Utes.
And here's a look at it.
How quick, we were just talking about it. How quick was that?
Yeah. Yeah, he got the puck from the left wing and no windup, just fed it in. With some gusto, might I add.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Just a tad. So once again, that power play goal scored by Kruchek, assisted by Correa and Delaney. Time of that goal, 9:15. That is their second power play goal of the night.
Johnson scoops up the loose puck, fires a wrist shot home, and a good save by Sal.
Sal's made 43 saves tonight.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And he's still, his movements still look fresh and
do.
efficient.
And that one you just saw right there,
able to hold his elbow in tight as he's leaning over. Sometimes you'll see goaltenders do that to try to pinch it either between their arm and their body and then use their pad to kind of stabilize it.
And he's not looking behind him ever. He's very confident. Slater's got it off the draw. A nice little spear there from the stick of, looked to be Dynamo to keep that puck going towards the net. Kind of speared at the puck. Dynamo in to help there. Nice play in front. That backhand a shot. Good save by Sal. Excellent chance for the Utes there.
Yeah, really good drive to the net from the sideboards, kind of the goal line. Dynamo down there digging the puck out, helping out, and then driving straight to the net. Yeah, there's a replay of that, and Sal.
That's played off the glass and out of the zone. As we're about halfway through this third period. Here come the Utes the other way. Sykes across the line. He fires a shot. Good save by Sal. Face-off will stay in the San Diego State zone.
One of the things you hear me talk often about is the talent of the goaltenders. And it just astounds me how talented the goaltenders are and how well trained they are to make the saves that they do.
There's a shot, sticked up and out of play. I agree. I think the game is just, with it growing, the younger players, these players in college, the ACHA level absolutely included, they're more professional. Macklin Celebrini coming out of college and being one of the best players in the world, these players are included in that. They're not going to the NHL, but their skill is going up. It's going to a professional level.
Yeah, and I think what really makes the difference between professional and collegiate is what you do off the ice more so than it is what you do on the ice in your preparation, in your day-to-day grind. Because like these student athletes, their day-to-day grind is going to class,
right?
A practice, homework, sleep, class, practice, homework, sleep, or in some cases, practice, class, homework, sleep. Whereas professionals do a lot of traveling, day after day and stuff like that. So the preparation at the professional level is a little bit different. But as far as talent, I mean, like
it's getting better. I would say. I mean, these guys are. As we're offside, you're seeing younger players that are more prepared to play in the NHL, which tells me a high tide raises all boats, right?
Yep.
And it's, the skill of these players, ACHA Division I. I mean, it's not. I mean, NCAA D1, it's 1% of the 1%, but this is still very difficult to get yourself to this point in your hockey career as well.
Yeah, ACHA D1 is excellent hockey. The difference between ACHA D1, especially at the upper echelon of ACHA D1, and you're looking at NCAA D3, and truthfully, like I don't want to speak too incorrectly as far as the talent level, but there are a lot of ACHA D1 teams that can compete with the NCAA D3 teams. And so you're looking between ACHA D1 and NCAA D1, half step, maybe a step.
Yeah.
But the other thing I think that really separates it is the preparation, like we were just talking about.
They can't spend all day in the gym, or they got to go to class, and it's a student athlete, right? And
and also the facilities that you're afforded at the D1 level. Because we were talking earlier about our interns with our broadcasts, the absolutely fantastic job that they're doing this year, and every year for that matter.
There's a one-time shot. Oh, hitting the crossbar from the stick of Paul Waldhauser. Pretty setup there.
But the D1 players are getting the medical, the training,
right?
The
facilities,
massage
everything.
therapists, the facilities, the saunas, the hot tubs, the ice baths, all of those things that make a difference when you're trying to recover from games and get ready and heal from small injuries and things like that. And that, I mean, it's a lot of difference.
It does make the difference. Just love to see the game and where it's going. So now it's San Diego State. They'll skate it forward. I mean, just having teams here in the West.
Yeah, good doggedness there by number 4. That is Barber, able to get that puck in the zone. Now San Diego pressuring the defense of the Utes. They have to send it out to the neutral zone, but getting that puck deep with 3 Utes, 1 on each side and 1 from behind, and still able to get that puck in. At this stage of the game, tired legs.
And you really see it just visually, like you say, tired legs from San Diego State.
And yet it's still only down by 2.
Kruchek, high slot, trying to make a pass. It's broken up by San Diego State. Here comes Mason Brown with a little bit of space. Backhand pass, nice play there. A shot, good save by Fuller. Really nice play to find.
Yeah, that was a beautiful drop pass.
Yeah, that was Grigopoulos there. He found his man wide open. He fired a shot home. And their latest tally, 55 shots for the Utes. Johnson pins his man up along the wall. And now it'll be Gibney. Gibney over to Garden. Garden across the line. Kruchek, high circles. Fires a shot. That was Gibney. Good save by Sal.
Yeah, I think that might have hit number 21, actually, Lambert in front. He's looking a little lame going to the bench. Look like it hit his arm.
Utes countering. Kruchek makes a move, and he's clipped there at the last second, falling down. Tape to tape over to Schwab. Now it's Garden. Garden dumps it in. Aztecs skated out the other way. Still have it. That's Stevenson. Stevenson point pass to Toomey, back over to Stevenson. Nice play by Slater. He's going to get on his horse to try and get this puck. Here he comes into the zone, waiting for the one-timer for Dynamo. He still has it, trying to recover, and Utes aren't able to get a shot off that opportunity.
That right there is some fantastic back check by San Diego. Even with all the odds in there against them right now, being able to get back and break up that play. Heavy hit.
Huge hit on Toomey there, center ice from Larilla, getting this place on their feet. Here comes Slater, skates it back in, Dynamo, and it's knocked away. SDSU back the other way. They fire a shot, good save by Fuller. Nothing like a mid-ice hit like that, open ice hit to get the fans on their feet.
Yeah, and Toomey has a spur in his saddle after that hit too. He tried to go after a couple Utes players. If they touched the puck, he was trying to enact a little revenge before he goes off the ice.
Kraft plays it towards the net. Sal will cover it up, and we'll get a whistle with just over 5 minutes left in tonight's contest. Once again, tomorrow night, 4:30 puck drop for Utah and San Diego State. And then for women's senior night, it'll be the ladies skating Utes facing off against the University of Washington at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, you guys just saw another clip of that hit on Toomey. Perfectly clean hit. Just released the puck. Larilla finished his check, as every single hockey player on the planet is taught to do. And, excellent hit. Big hit.
Huge
crowd.
hit.
Crowd absolutely loved it.
They did. Been a great crowd tonight. Sandberg's got it. He passes it back to Sendin. Sendin over to Barr. He gets a piece and dumps it in. Sal out to play it. And now it'll be Mason Brown back the other way. Leaves it for Barber. Barber towards Brown. Pad save by Fuller. And he covers it up.
Yeah, and I think that little redirection on the ice right before the shot, or right before it got to Fuller, surprised him as he and number 7, Brown, are giving each other, a little, hey, good play, bro. Hey, good save, bro. Like, I think it surprised Fuller that he got a piece of it and redirected it.
Yeah, game, respect game there.
Yeah.
Utes win the draw. They send it all the way out. Looks like they're going to beat out the icing. Waldhauser does that without a problem. Looking for Schwab. Looks like Sal got a stick on it. Aztecs play the puck out. It's fired back the other way. Waldhauser grabs it, skates it in at the goal line, trying to make a pass. Recovers. He still has it. Waldhauser fires a wrist shot blocked. Schwab. Point to Johnson. He dumps it in. Waldhauser over to Correa. Fires a one-timer, and it's deflected up and out of play.
Despite without the 2 power play goals, we have a tie game. That's insane to me right now.
It's the difference in a game with 55 shots for that team. That is the difference.
I mean, and a good show of discipline by them, too, because so many other teams lose their cool, get those hooking, slashing, tripping.
They score! A nice play in front by Larilla. Looks like he got a tip on that puck with his stick, and it finds its way past Sal, and it's a 4-1 game for the Utes.
Wow. Okay.
There's your even strength goal, or your second one.
Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. It's like we knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, almost.
Time of that goal, 13:58 of the third period. Gives the Utes now a 3-goal lead. coach of San Diego, was in a short conference there with Alex Schnitzler about that goal, but Schnitzler was right on the goal line. Like it's exactly where you want the referee to be.
You see the goal cam view. I mean, obviously, puck finds its way in the back of the net.
So that goal was assisted by Delaney and Correa, scored by number 26, Jake Lorilla.
Waldhauser, he skates it in with some speed, still has it. Backhands a shot, just deflected wide. Garden behind the net for Utah. Looking for the one-timer for Nico Schwab, who's already got a goal tonight. There's a shot. Good save by Sau. As Waldhauser ripped one home there.
Yeah, the referee, Tyler Murphy, blew the whistle a little early there, took credit for it. He's usually, you just pat your chest like, my bad, didn't mean to blow the whistle there. I hate that feeling. When I was reffing, I hated blowing the whistle early. And there was one game I made a really bad mistake on a whistle I should have blown but didn't, and it led to a goal.
And it doesn't help that you've got a couple hundred other referees in the stands as well.
Yeah.
There's a shot. Rebound, they score!
What a play by Kruchek.
Kruchek, second of the game. He kicks it to his stick. And thing of beauty there, 5-1 Utes.
Time of that goal, 16:41. Tyler Murphy looking for the assists on that one. And we're looking at the replay there. Great hand-eye coordination. And it's good that he got his stick on it, because there's a potential that could have been, waved off.
Yep, he right. He doesn't get a stick on that. That's not a goal. Can't kick it in, obviously. And very quickly, Utah opening up a 4-goal lead and not looking to stop. Here comes Kruchek. Looking for Gibney, backhand shot. Good save by Sau, and whistle blows.
Yeah, I'm just going to go over that goal one more time real quick. Goal at 16:41, scored by Kruchek, assisted by Gibney and Sandberg. Makes the score 5-1 now, so it's kind of opened up. We kind of expected it to happen. Didn't want to talk about it, right? But you kind of expect it given the circumstances.
Right, and 64 shots now is
that's 59 shots that Brody Sau has saved.
He's going to come up on most likely 60 saves here pretty soon in the next couple minutes.
Yeah, there's another one.
And there's a shot in front. And he may have gotten a piece of it. You'd still have possession. They're looking for another one here late in the game. Like we said, that all-important goal differential for the rankings calculation. Gibney sends one towards the net, just wide. Sendin, Schwab, Gibney. Back over to Schwab. Nice little move. He's got some space in the goal line. Schwab looking for the backhand shot, and he wasn't able to roof it home.
Yeah, good stick by the defense there of San Diego to not allow Brady Schwab to put that puck on net.
A long pass from Fuller, and looks like the skates kind of gave out there on Toomey.
Yeah, and that's going to happen with tired legs too. Like, you're not going to see those strong stops and starts. You're going to see players losing edges, going down, things like that you don't see in the first period with a bench as short as they have. Those are the kind of things you'll be able to see in the third period. Not out of effort. It's because of the effort, but their legs just can't keep up with the G-forces, so to speak.
There's a shot just wide. Utes still pressuring with 90 seconds to go here in period number 3.
Toomey.
Here comes Sykes. He skates it in. Makes a move in front of the net. Good save. One-timer. Good save by Sal. That was his 60th save, I believe, and that's a beauty.
Yeah.
That's going to go for an icing with 1:13 to go.
And yeah, Toomey's still a little upset as he was tied up with one of the Utes players. I didn't see the number. I think it might have been Slater potentially, but tied up behind the play. They kind of jawed at each other for a second, a couple cross checks. But Tyler Murphy allowing the boys to play on and not calling a penalty. I think that's a smart non-call by Tyler behind the play. Nothing really happened. Letting them get their frustrations out and then skating away.
Johnson, point pass Kraft, fires a shot just wide. Just over a minute to be played here in the third. Kraft back to Garden. Garden looking for a tip from Gephardt. It's kept in at the line by Johnson. Kraft over to Gephardt. Peeling back. Shot total updated to 70. Wow. And that puck is sent all the way down. That might be the most I've seen in a game here. I can't recall a night where the Utes have had more than 70 shots.
Yeah, I certainly haven't seen that in my tenure. And I was kind of chuckling as you were talking about shots. Number 20, Chua, shot the puck down, hopped over the boards as quickly as humanly possible, but Sanford Zito was standing 3 feet from him. Chua sits on the bench trying to get some wind, and Sanford just goes, "You, back on the ice." As a ref, I find humor in that.
There's a shot, good glove save, and Sal able to recover. He gloved it, it bounced right in front of him, and then covered up the rebound. 34 to go in this contest. It was tight.
It was.
I mean, we came into this third period tied at 1. And Utah obviously just recently, later in this third period, just opening it up. Utah beat San Diego State 8-2 and 8-1 in San Diego. So a pretty good effort here from the Aztecs on road ice. I mean, considering they were late to puck drop, they still played a pretty excellent game.
Yeah. I mean, they played a good game. Like we talked about earlier, they were keeping the puck out of the middle of the ice. They were, with Sal back there backing them up. But when you have a goaltender playing like that, that is going to give you confidence to make plays. It's going to give you confidence to maybe do some things you wouldn't normally do if the goaltender was a little bit shaky. But, yeah, San Diego's played a strong game. They ran out of gas.
With, 13 and now 11 skaters, that will happen. As Sal makes another save, he'll cover that one up. I mean, when you got a full bench, I mean, it's just telling when you look at the benches in person here. You look at one side, all the players standing up, and there's plenty of, a full bench, and the other bench, everyone's sitting down, and, there's just not a lot of depth when you don't have the skaters. And there's a shot off the draw. Nice play, Waldhauser again. Oh, and a great glove save by Sal. He's not quitting on this game whatsoever.
No, I'm actually kind of excited to see what he does tomorrow night.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a backup goaltender. You make 60-something saves, and, you consider starting the backup, but he's so good, Sal, that you probably want to have him between the pipes, but San Diego State will skate this one down. Utah maybe one last chance with 2 seconds to go, and they're not going to get a shot off. And at the horn, we'll have a physical play in front of Sal down there in the San Diego State zone. But that is it, folks. Utes victorious 5-1 over San Diego State tonight in the series opener. And it was a close one like we were saying, but ultimately Utah gets the W.
Yeah, and it's a good W, and we talked about the goal differential being a factor, and they were able to get a +4 goal differential, which isn't the most they could get, but it's not a 1-goal game. It's a 4-goal game,
right?
Which does make a difference. And, after the weekend, we'll see where we come out of it. And we still got tomorrow's game at 4:30 p.m. on YouTube live here on the Skating Utes University of Utah Hockey channel on YouTube. And hopefully you guys can join us tomorrow night as well.
Yes, quoting the legendary Pat Foley, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome tonight. Utes victorious 5-1. I go over there to salute the band. Just a great atmosphere when the pep band is able to play here at the Steiner Ice Arena.
Yeah, and don't go anywhere because we will have an interview as soon as the Skating Utes skating off the ice. See what I did there?
There you go.
With Molly Bodenstahl, our ringside reporter tonight. But, just to cover the game until she has her player, I like the consistent effort throughout by both San Diego State as well as the Skating Utes. Good game all the way around. Like we said, just a matter of running out of gas in the third period. Sal able to still stay very strong in net and continue to make saves regardless of the pressure that he was getting in the shot count. Final shot count 73-14. And, Utes come away with a big victory tonight. They needed it. They need another one tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are at home as well. And
yeah, absolutely. Just a moment there, a couple players met in the middle for a prayer, and Fuller and Sal having a little conversation. They may actually know each other from there. I mean, it's been a couple of years since Fuller's been down there, but talking to each other, giving them a stick tap, hell of a game, more or less is what that is. And
yeah,
really, game respect game. We've been talking about it, but you see the picture down there with the band and the Skating Utes.
Yeah, it's also special for the players as well as the band members that get to play the game because, I'm sure they would like to be here more often.
Yeah.
But they also have commitments of their own, and to be able to be part of the game and add to the atmosphere for the boys, and, and of course to come away with the victory tonight.
It's my favorite night of the season. I usually come once or twice a season, and it's incredible. It really is incredible. I'm not sure if they'll be here tomorrow. I don't know if it's a series thing.
Yeah, and it looks like Holly does have Mr. Trevor Kruchek down there. Let's go ahead and send it down to Molly ringside. Take it away, Molly. Back on camera to finish? Okay. Are you going to do a lead-in or just... Okay.
Thanks, Molly. And that is the final interview of the game. We're up here for the post-game show. As we said, final score of this contest, 5-1 in favor of the Skating Utes. I don't know if you could call it a slow start because it really wasn't a slow start. The goals just weren't coming, and then they started to come. And now Utah, they find themselves with a 4-goal deficit, or 4-goal, like you said, +4 differential. That's the word I'm looking for.
Teamwork, baby.
Couldn't find it. Yeah,
Teamwork.
There you go. It's +4 for Utah there in that department, and ultimately a good game for the Utes.
Yeah, it was a good game all the way around, start to finish. I mean, they didn't start out slow, like you said. They just came against a goalie that was standing on his head. Player of the game for me, despite the score, easily Brody Sal for San Diego State. For the Utes, Trevor Kruchek, 2 goals on the night, battled hard all night, took a couple heavy hits, because it's just one of those games where you just have to stick to it. You can't give up on your game plan. You have to continue doing what you're doing, dominating puck possession, dominating on power plays, 2 of 4 tonight. Dominating in every single aspect on the ice. Just had a hard time getting the puck past the goaltender. It happens sometimes. And when it does, you just can't get frustrated.
And it's not for lack of trying. I mean, I guess scoreboard's off now, but it was 71 final. I don't know, 70-something shots on goal. So the Utah was doing everything they could to try and find the back of the net. You run into a hot goaltender, then eventually the dam kind of breaks. I mean, when you've got 13 skaters, it's hard. You know, it's a solid team despite the numbers. And, you know, you've got a great goaltender. And it's been a tough year. And at the end of a tough year, it's hard to put together some, you know, results sometimes. But they should be pretty proud of the way they played tonight. And if I'm that San Diego State team, I'm going to the locker room and saying, we were in that game until 10 minutes in the third period. We're coming back tomorrow hungry and hard.
Yeah, they better go to bed early tonight, though.
Yes.
And I say that because they're coming from sea level. San Diego is on the coast and coming up to 4,500 feet. That is a difference. Whether or not it played a huge factor tonight, I think the bigger factor was the lack of depth on their bench. And hopefully they can come tomorrow with a full 20-man or 21-man roster. Hopefully, you know, the bag thing was true, and they just had some skaters that couldn't skate tonight that'll have fresh legs tomorrow. That'll give them a little bit of energy. But to your point, if you're San Diego, you absolutely go into your locker room and first off, catch your breath. Secondly, boys, we battled, and we battled well. And we just ran out of legs. And there are times when it just happens like that. It's a bad set of circumstances, but you can't just give in because of your circumstances. You have to fight through your circumstances. And sometimes from that fight and from that stick-to-itiveness, you gain more than you losing a single hockey game.
Absolutely. And with that being said, we'll kind of move forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you're Utah, again, you played a really good game, 70 shots on goal. You got 5 goals out of that. You know you need a pretty high goal differential to help yourself out in the rankings going into tomorrow. You have UNLV next weekend. That's going to be a tough series. You know that. You're not going to run away with victories in that series. It's going to be tight games. What are you looking at tomorrow? Any adjustments? What are you doing tomorrow?
I honestly, if I'm Morgan, I don't adjust much. If you have somebody that took a little nick in tonight's game, maybe you swap them out or whatever. But I mean, there's so much talent and depth on this University of Utah hockey team. Interchangeable parts. You know, I mean, you take one player out, there's another player that's equally as good. So there's not a lot of, you know, it's an easy yet hard job for Morgan because he has to choose those players that he wants to put in or keep out. But I think for tomorrow night, you do the same thing. You come out fast. You come out physical. You come the keys to the game. You know, you get a lot of shots. They were able to do that. And if you're able to continue that into tomorrow night, it's going to bode well for them. And one of the things also that looking ahead to next week, not looking past tomorrow night's game, but looking ahead to some momentum that the boys can build from this weekend, taking into next weekend, is UNLV is not the same team as they were last year. They're now not ranked number 1. They're number 3, if I'm not mistaken. The difference between 1 and 3 is only a game or two.
Right.
But there are teams that are competing with them this year. And the Utes, back down in Vegas early in the season, I think it was the second weekend of the year, they lost by a pretty decent margin in the first game. But on Saturday night's game, they stuck with them and ended up losing only by a couple goals. So they can compete, and if they can use what they garner tonight and tomorrow night and take that into next week, that potentially bodes very well for the Utes going into their last regular season weekend prior to Nationals.
Absolutely. There's a couple of things there that I really like. You really want to build that momentum, like you said, going into a series like that. That's the first thing, and then you want to keep that rolling for Nationals. And I don't know if you never want to, you know, count your chickens before they hatch. I don't want to say Utah is going to the national tournament. Right now at 12, you would go.
Yeah.
After this weekend, you got to see where things end up. And then after you play UNLV, they're a good team. You can almost lose your way up sometimes in the ACHA.
Yep.
I mean, that's how it sometimes works. So, you know, it's just build that momentum. You want to go and roll into that series, hopefully grab 2 wins. You've never done it before. You've never swept them on home ice. So big weekend ahead next weekend, but a big game ahead tomorrow as well.
Yeah, very important game tomorrow.
With that being said, that's all the time we have left on this broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for tuning in. It was such a pleasure to be back on the air with all of you. We'll be back tomorrow at 4:30 for M1 action against San Diego State. For everybody behind the scenes, for Mitchell Sott, for myself, Patrick, again, we're signing off from Salt Lake City, Utah, victorious over San Diego State 5-1. Folks, have a great rest of the night.